I graduated, what is that, like 13 years ago now, and I started working my senior year as a grocery bagger. So upon graduating, I immediately got a job with my dad in some manufacturing company that made window frames, I think. I've delivered milk door to door. I've parked cars for hotels. I've worked in kitchens. I've worked front of house. What else did I do? Yeah, now I figured I'd better go learn how to write and go learn how to make movies so I could tell the stories that I think that I have. Like, if I thought that I had anything to say when I was 18 and graduating high school, I probably didn't, and that's probably why I wasn't telling those stories. I was trying to make more, apparently. But I'd say now it's kind of time to do something with it, not waste any more decades of my life. And kind of needed a kick in the ass to get working on it, so I started going to school to take classes on creative writing, and it led me to this makeshift film school at the journalism program at UNR, and but yeah.
So where are we going right now?
There's this guy, Bobby. I don't know much about him. I know he's made like a handful of shorts and he's probably worked on a handful of other bigger projects. But he's local, he's a filmmaker. I figured we'd go talk to him and see what it actually is, the life of a filmmaker in a town like this.
Everything that I write or everything that I do is always going to be using whatever my experiences are. So I would say I've written something and maybe I notice it right away after I've written it, or maybe it's not until I make it, but I'll look at it and I will say, oh, that is about my life, and I didn't even realize that. Like, so much stuff that ends up being autobiographical. Like, if the actual place where you're from is really part of who you are, it's gonna show in things. But also, like I said, it depends on like what your mission is for filmmaking as well, because there's like the creative part, but then there's also the logistics and all that other side of film, where, again, if you're not in LA, you're not in Chicago, you're not whatever, like, you have to fight though for your place to be featured, for it to be seen as a place where movies can be made. It's not established yet, but there's definitely people working on it. You just have to learn. You just have to get on sets, see what people are doing, see how things actually happen, watch what other people are doing that you either want to copy or you're like, oh, I would never do it that way. And just kind of, I learned a lot in film school, I did. But what I learned more was just by working with people, making mistakes, doing things out of school. That's where I like learned how to actually make movies. Write just to write. Networking is a big part of it too. So it's like meet people and understand where they've gotten to be where they are. And like I said, for me on sets, I I don't like the people who are networking though, because that's how they think they're going to get ahead. Right. But if you're going to network because you're a hard worker, I respond to that then. And I want to be like, cool, this is how you do this. What do you want to do? Like, those are the people that I want to work with again. So, like I said, just making yourself into someone who is just supportive and helpful and adaptable and who just wants to learn. And you're gonna pick all these things up along the way then. And I wish honestly though, like, luck plays a large part in life, but especially in this industry.
In Reno too.
In Reno, yeah.
But yeah, I'd say I definitely walked away feeling more inspired and definitely started teaching. Which I guess was the goal.